This is the story of a fisherman John. Like every day, he takes his small boat and goes out to catch fish in the sea. But something strange happens on this day. Suddenly, there is a deep fog all around, and nothing can be seen far, because of which John gets lost. Then he sees a deserted boat floating here and there. Surprised, John ties his boat to that boat and decides to see what is inside. As soon as he goes inside, he is stunned. The whole boat was empty. Everything inside seemed normal. The food was fresh. Clothes were hanging in the cupboard. There were signs of people living everywhere, but no one was there. He tries to start the engine, but the engine does not work. Alone in such a big sea and seeing this empty ship, John gets very upset. He starts looking around with binoculars. Maybe someone is near, but nothing can be seen in the deep fog. Tired, he goes to the control room and turns on the radio so that he can send a signal for help. John sends a message about the whole situation on the radio. After sending the message, he thinks that he should get out of his small boat now. But as soon as he comes out, his boat disappears. Although he had tied it tightly, now he gets even more upset. After a while, the fog suddenly disappears. John does not understand what is happening. Not seeing any other way, he again goes inside the empty ship and starts looking for a way out of the map. Now John tries to understand where he is stuck and how to get back home. The problem was that the engine of that strange ship was broken. If you want to survive, you have to fix the engine. He finds a toolbox in the whole ship, and after a lot of hard work, he sets the engine. After repairing the engine, he gets a little peace. Now the ship starts running, and the direction also starts to understand slowly. But the danger was not far away yet. John again goes to the control room and contacts the radio. But this time also no answer comes. Everything was still a secret. Then he is urinating in the sea. Then suddenly someone pushes him from behind. John falls straight down, but somehow he caught the reel and was saved from drowning. The pressure of air and water was so high that it was difficult to come back to the ship. With courage, he slowly climbed back on the boat with the help of the reel. After coming on the ship, he starts going down to the washroom. But as soon as he reaches inside, someone closes the door from the outside. At first, John thinks that this must have happened due to the pressure of the air. That's why he ignores it. But as soon as he starts coming out, he finds out that the door is closed. Afraid, he tries to open it a lot, but the door does not open. Then he takes out a coin from his pocket and starts trying to open the lock. Nothing works. Now he understands that he is not alone on the ship. There is someone else who is not visible, but is present at all times and is bothering him. John thinks that someone is playing a game with him, and he screams loudly, but no one answers. Then he opens a closet in the washroom, and suddenly his eyes go to the blood inside. Seeing this, his heart starts beating fast. Despite the fear, he gathers courage. He picks up the scissors lying nearby and tries to open the lock, but the door still does not open. Then the whole ship starts shaking violently, as if there is going to be a big accident. John freezes there out of fear. Then he sees a small window above him. He goes to the window with trembling hands and peeps out. He sees a huge cargo ship in the distance, which is moving fast in his direction. In a few moments, he realizes that the big ship is coming straight to his ship. Now John had only one goal, to save his life somehow. He thought of giving a signal for help, but there was nothing around. In fear, he immediately took off his shirt and began to float in the air with all his strength, hoping that someone might see him on the cargo ship, but no one noticed him. Now John's hopes began to break. Then he saw a rope hanging near the window. For a moment, he shook it. Then suddenly, there was a thought in his mind. If he uses this rope, he may be able to stop his ship. He quickly ties the rope and throws it out so that it gets stuck in the fan of the ship and the speed stops. But the scene got worse. The rope got stuck in the fan of the engine and got stuck in his throat. John's breath stops. He reaches near death, but he takes courage, and with the help of a tool, he releases his throat. The rope was stuck in the engine, which stopped the ship's speed. But this was not enough. The heavy cargo ship still collided with him. The collision was so strong that John fell to the ground and fainted. He had a deep head injury. After a while, when he regains consciousness, the bathroom is filled with water. And the amazing thing was that it was not sea salt water. It was absolutely clean and sweet water, as if someone was deliberately scaring him. John's courage breaks, and he cries and says, "Whoever you are, let me go." But still, no answer is found. He was hungry, thirsty, and weak. Somehow he drinks water from the shower, but soon the water runs out. He wanted to drink the water of the sink. But the amazing thing was that now the water had become salty. He realized that there is a leak somewhere in the ship, and the seawater is coming in. Now this ship will not last long. In fear, he tries to open the door again, but nothing happens. It was night, and from above, it seemed as if some invisible, perhaps evil force was controlling the whole ship. The water was rising rapidly, and John fell asleep tiredly. At night, there was a strong storm in the sea. The ship broke badly, and John also suffered serious injuries. In the morning, when his eyes opened, the water has reached his head. Only his face was out of the water, and it seemed that only a few moments were left. Then he hears a slight click, as if a lock is open. John immediately turns the handle, and the door opens with a loud sound. The pressure of the water was so high that the door broke and fell, and John somehow came out. Then he climbed directly on the roof so that fresh air could be found because oxygen was running out below. Now he was convinced that some invisible force was bothering him. He was physically and mentally completely broken. The flow of water was not stopping, and the ship could sink at any time. John decided that he would not stay on this ship anymore. He got an idea. He took out airbags from the ship and changed the broken bathroom door into a raft. He tied everything tightly so that the raft could stand properly. But more important things were needed. John collected food, water, and some tools from the ship and was completely ready. Then, without looking back, he sat on the raft and slowly started moving forward. He was moving forward on the raft, and the big ship was standing in front of him. Hours passed, but he could not go far, and the ship that should have sunk in 5 to 10 minutes was still floating properly. Everything was as it was. That's when he thought that if this ship has not sunk yet, then why not fix it and move on? Thinking this, he went back on the ship. First of all, he repaired the raft. Then he made a pump with the help of pipe and tools so that the frozen water inside the ship could be taken out. Gradually, the seawater kept coming out. He also fixed the other problems of the ship. He also repaired from the outside so that there would be no problem in the next journey. After finishing the work, he tried the radio again but still did not get any answer. Tired, he took out the map and started to understand the way. Then he started the engine, but the ship was not moving at all, as if someone was making fun of it. The ship was completely jammed. This thought broke him from inside. He was tired and his hopes were slowly coming to an end. Suddenly, he saw another ship far away. Now he had only one way to reach that ship from his raft. He immediately boarded the raft and started moving towards that ship at full speed. But then that big ship suddenly started moving straight towards John, at full speed, as if someone wanted to kill him on purpose. John increased the speed of the raft, but the big ship became even faster. Just before the collision, John left the raft and jumped into the water and tried to reach the other ship while going far away. But by the time he reached there, the ship was gone. Then he realized that there is some evil power on this ship that is not letting him go anywhere. He had decided that even if he died, he would not come back to this ship. But by evening, the water was very cold, and the dolphins were also swimming below. When he could not bear the cold, he was forced to come back to the same ship. Now he was so tired and sick that he did not have the courage to think. He just took a blanket and went to sleep in the room. When he woke up in the morning, he again decided that he had to get out of here, but the door of his room was locked. He could not understand why all this was happening to him. Then he saw a small cabin in the room. As soon as he opened the cabin, he saw a way to go up, a small ventilation from where he could get out. He entered that cabin, which was a narrow storage area. Every time he tried to climb up from there, he slipped and fell down. His blood also came out by falling again and again, but he did not give up. And finally, he reached up. He tried to open the vent window, but it seemed as if someone had deliberately sealed it. The oxygen there was also running out, and the lower door was also closed. Now it was not possible to go back. He thought, maybe this is his last chance. Then he heard the same strange click, and with that same click, the vent window opened. John jumped out without wasting time. As soon as he came out, he saw that the ship was heading towards a small island. He thought, now maybe he can get rid of this scary ship. As soon as the ship hit the shore, he immediately got down. He had an idea that there must be someone on this island who is doing all this. In anger, he picked up a stick and started searching the island, but the whole island was deserted, no sign of any human being. John was again filled with anger and fear. Then as soon as he came out of the island, he saw another shocking sight, the same strange ship that had brought him here. Now it was moving forward very easily, as if in search of some other prey. By now, John's faith was completely broken. This ship and this island were in the grip of an evil force, and all this was playing with him. Still, he continued to search the island. As he roamed around, he reached the back of the island, and tears flowed from his eyes because this was the same place from where his journey had begun. His old boat was also stuck there. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new video.